Alright, today we're going to look at installing Ubuntu in Virtualbox. And so the first thing that we're going to have to do is set up a virtual machine to go along with Ubuntu. As you can see over here, I've got several virtual machines ready to go. These are all for Windows Server 2008 as well as Windows XP. And I don't have one for Ubuntu. So what I'm going to do first is just click New, and this is my new virtual machine wizard. I'm just going to go Next because I'm going to tell it that this is going to be my Ubuntu machine, 64-bit. At this point, you're going to have to decide if you're going to do the 64-bit or the 32-bit version of Ubuntu, and that's going to depend on which version of Ubuntu you have downloaded. If you do choose to go with the 64-bit version, you will need to have on your motherboard in the BIOS enabled the VT virtual extensions for Intel and for Virtualbox to be able to use that. The safest bet, if you don't know what that is, don't know how to do that, download the 32-bit version and go with it. But for our purposes, I'm just going to show you how to do it with this. Now I'm going to set aside 1024, so basically 1 gigabyte of RAM. And I'm also going to set up now my boot hard disk. I'm going to create a new hard disk for Ubuntu, and I'm going to make this dynamically expanding storage. Don't really need a lot. We'll say 10 gigabytes of RAM or a hard drive space, and I'm going to store this on a drive that I've got set up for this in virtual machines. I'll just name it Ubuntu 64-bit so that it is fairly easy to remember which one it is. Click Next. Finish. Yes. And that's it. Ubuntu 64-bit is ready to go. The only thing I'm going to have to do now is click Start. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause this while I jump this to the other screen. Okay, now you can see what I'm looking at here. This is the first run wizard of the Virtualbox virtual machine here. It asks me, where is the media? Now I can have the CD in the in the CD-ROM or DVD on the machine, or I can choose here. In this case, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to choose the CD disk image file or ISO image for Ubuntu and click Next, and it will boot directly from that CD image as if I've put a CD in the physical drive on the machine. Now, as you can see, this is the type of error that you'll receive. It's okay because it'll go on through on here. But if it stays on that prior error, that means that your machine doesn't support the 64-bit extensions. Okay, I'm going to click Install Ubuntu. That's what I'm going to do. Do I want to download updates? No, I'm not going to do any of that right now. I'm just going to click Forward. I'm going to use the entire disk. I'm not even going to partition at this point. Use the defaults. Click Install Now. And you're on your way to installing Ubuntu. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email and let me know, but it should be fairly easy.